Guests, welcome to the 300th commencement exercises of Bowling Green State University. Let the ceremony begin. Our commencement tradition is to begin and end each ceremony with sounds of the centennial, an original musical composition written by BGSU alumnus Ryan Nolan. This piece was commissioned to celebrate the centennial of Bowling Green State University. Please rise and join us in honoring our 2020 alumni and spring 2021 graduates. In keeping with the significance of this momentous occasion, we ask today's attendees to observe several courtesies. To our audience and guests, please do not enter the field or obstruct the movement of today's commencement participants. A professional photographer will be taking pictures of our alumni and graduates. In honor of our alumni and graduates, please silence your cell phones. In addition, we ask our audience and guests to remain seated for the recessional while the platform participants, faculty, staff, and new alumni recess. Once the graduates leave the field at the conclusion of our commencement exercise, you may join them at the southwest entrance of the Doyt L Stadium. Upon leaving, you are invited to explore campus with your graduate. Parking is free. To our alumni and graduates, please follow the directions of the commencement marshals and ushers. Also, please follow all COVID-19 health and safety protocols during and after this event. Given our capacity and to comply with orders and guidelines from the Ohio Department of Health and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, please wear your face covering at all times and physically distance yourself. Due to COVID-19, the President and Provost will not be shaking hands on stage. Graduates will pick up their diploma from a platform on stage and pose for a photo with the President and Provost. In addition, following the ceremony, you are invited to visit bgsu.edu/commencement for a curated website that highlights today's commencement and time at BGSU. Thank you. Now please join us in welcoming the faculty of Bowling Green State University. Please welcome the President's Platform Party. Board of Trustees Chair and Alumna Betty Montgomery, Trustee and Alumna Marilyn Eisel, Provost and Senior Vice President Dr. Joe Whitehead, and the 12th President of Bowling Green State University and alumnus Dr. Rodney Rogers. We now invite Bowling Green State University's U.S. Air Force ROTC Detachment 620 to present America's colors. Please remain standing for the national anthem under the leadership of vocalist Carolyn Anderson and pianist Yufeng Liu. Both are candidates for a Master of Music and Performance. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Good evening. I am Sarah Bushong, Dean of the University Libraries, and I have the honor of serving as the University Marshal for tonight's ceremony. I want to thank Ms. Anderson, Mr. Liu, and Bowling Green State University's U.S. Air Force ROTC Detachment 620 for their performance of our national anthem. Please be seated. 2020 alumni and spring 2021 graduates, parents, families, spouses, partners, friends, and special guests. I have the honor on behalf of the faculty to welcome you to the 300th commencement exercises of Bowling Green State University. This occasion offers an opportunity to come together as a community of learners to both celebrate and reflect upon our graduates' many academic accomplishments. For each graduate and for all of us, this is a significant day. It is now my pleasure to introduce the 12th president of Bowling Green State University, Dr. Rodney Rogers.
Thank you, Dean Bushong. Good evening, 2020 alumni and spring 2021 graduates, parents, families, spouses, partners, friends, and special guests of Bowling Green State University. You know, in May 1996, we were at this exact spot to honor our graduates. That was the last time the university hosted commencement at the Doyt, 25 years ago, a quarter of a century. And this weekend, we are back here to celebrate a very momentous occasion in the lives of 7,077 graduates. It is my privilege to begin tonight's address by recognizing those who provide the leadership at Bowling Green State University. So first, let me introduce the platform party. As I announce the names, please stand and remain standing, and I ask that you hold your applause until the end. Members of the Board of Trustees, Chair Betty Montgomery, Trustee Marilyn Isley. Joe Whitehead, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs. I would now like to introduce the deans of our academic colleges. Alexander Goberman, Dean of the Graduate College. Dale Klopford, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Raymond Braun, Dean of the Alan W. and Carol M. Schmidhorst College of Business. Dawn Chenu, Dean of the College of Education and Human Development. Jim Ciesla, Dean of the College of Health and Human Services. William Mathis, Dean of the College of Musical Arts. Jenny Gallimore, Dean of the College of Technology, Architecture, and Applied Engineering. Andrew Kurtz, Dean of the Fryerlands College. Simon Morgan Russell, Dean of the Honors College. And Sarah Bushong, Dean of the University Libraries. Let's give these individuals a round of applause. Please be seated. So great universities are comprised of great faculty and mentors. They are at the heart of our academic mission. Their teaching skills, research, creative activities, academic expertise, and involvement in our students' education are the hallmarks of a BGSU experience. We are absolutely proud of their contributions to create and support our learning community and appreciate that they actively engage students in valuable learning experiences, mentor them as professionals, and advise them in the academic and career pursuits. So that I would like to ask all the faculty and staff members that are present today to please stand. And graduates, please join me in recognizing and thanking the faculty and staff who are with us today, who are representing all of our faculty and staff at Bowling Green. Round of applause, please. So, 417 days ago, our world changed. I am sure each of you probably remember where you might have been when Governor Mike DeWine on March 9th announced a state of emergency because of COVID-19 here in the state of Ohio. You know, we didn't know much then. Many states, including Ohio, sheltered in place. But you know, we adapted. We moved classes online. We brought students home from studying abroad. We moved students out of their residence halls. We logged on to our first WebEx and Zoom sessions. Some of us baked bread. My wife baked a lot of bread. We binged on our favorite Netflix or Hulu shows, perhaps. We did virtual tours of museums and took up just about every imaginable solo hobby to stay busy, sorry. But we also recognize that beyond this global pandemic, you know, this has been an incredibly difficult time, both locally on our campus and nationally and worldwide. And all of us have been impacted in different ways. And while today is about a celebration, we also thought it was fitting to take just a moment of silence to recognize any loss and sorrow that many of our friends and colleagues might have experienced. So I just ask for a moment of silence. Thank you. So in spite of all of those sorts of challenges that we have faced this past year, this fall, we came back together. We had in-person and virtual options, and while not perfect, we found a way to ensure that Bowling Green State University continued to serve our students together. And throughout this past year, it at times was so hard to imagine that we would be gathering in person again to celebrate this commencement. And so to our 2020 alumni who attended our virtual celebration, you might have remembered that we said we would be back together in person for your commencement, and we are here. So thank you for our 2020 alums for coming back to celebrate with us tonight. So 417 days, this global pandemic has taught us so much, not just as individuals, but as a community and as a university. And I just want to start with a very simple message to our 2020 alumni and our 2021 spring graduates and all of our faculty and staff. You did it. You did it. Against significant challenges, you found a way forward, and we should be so proud of this community. Thank you for all that you are doing and have done to get us to this point. Give yourself a round of applause. Now, as we begin our ceremony, I want to share a few statistics and facts about the 2020 alumni and spring 2021 graduates. First, I'm pleased to report that our graduates and their classmates spent a great deal of time studying and doing research at the library. During the last 4 years, our librarians answered 47,438 questions. They conducted 2,862,431 research appointments. And there were more than 144,000 visits to the Learning Commons. And this past year, 26,882 COVID-19 tests were administered, and 13,327 vaccine shots were provided to those who wanted to be vaccinated. Throughout your 4 years here, our faculty taught 67,948 courses. You know, we tried to calculate the number of Zoom, WebEx, or Microsoft Teams meetings, but quite honestly, there were too many. We couldn't keep track of it. But according to our Chief Information Officer, you consumed 325,987 thousands of terabytes of data on the Wi-Fi. I wonder how many of those were watching Netflix and Hulu. Now, studying takes fuel, and BGSU Dining tells me our graduates ate a lot. Over the last 4 years, the Oaks Dining Center alone served more than 1.9 million meals, and our students, they tell me, consumed nearly 285,000 pizzas. Now, I might add that more than 2.3 million hours were also spent in the rec center. So we're celebrating the accomplishments of a great group of graduates this weekend. And as a public university for the public good, we embrace our responsibility to serve the public. And we do this by preparing our students to live meaningful and productive lives. You have created public good by recognizing the importance of paying it forward. Those involved in student life and in our signature co-curricular activities averaged 94,701 community service hours each year. And in this past year alone, our students raised nearly $500,000 for nonprofit organizations. The value of a Bowling Green State University degree you're about to receive has never been higher. We continue to be ranked as a Tier 1 university by U.S. News and World Report. In the back-to-back years, the Wall Street Journal ranked BGSU as number 3 of America's public universities for teaching quality and number 1 for student satisfaction in the Midwest. Thank you for your ranking of Bowling Green. At Bowling Green, we believe that our students have the opportunity to belong, to stand out, and go far. And that's more than just words. It is our promise. This graduating class embodies that promise. In total, as I mentioned, there are 7,077 degrees we are celebrating this weekend, including both 2020 alumni and spring 2021 graduates. 14% of our students are students of color. 62% are women. There are 275 international students representing 41 countries. We have an 18-year-old receiving an undergrad degree. We have a 64-year-old receiving a bachelor's degree, and a 70-year-old receiving their master's, and a 26-year-old and a 69-year-old receiving their doctoral degrees. So as you can see, our graduates include both the young and young at heart. You are ethnically diverse. You come from small towns, suburbs, and big cities. You are all from different parts of Ohio, the United States, and from all over the world. Some of you may have completed your degree completely, fully online. And I know that this may be, for some of you, the first time you've ever been to our campus and you're meeting your colleagues and classmates in person for the first time. However, all of you have one thing in common. You all have found a university where you could belong. You found your place at Bowling Green, in the classroom or in the laboratories, in the residence halls, in clubs and student organizations, in Greek life, or on the athletic fields that we're on today. You made Bowling Green your community and home. And graduate students, you have found your place in the Bowling Green community. You've worked with faculty and mentors. You've conducted research, created and taught and guided our undergraduate students. You have contributed greatly to the success of our learning community. Our students have studied at Bowling Green during a very exciting time. We have continued the largest building and renovation era in Bowling Green history. You had the opportunity to experience the most advanced collegiate media center in the Killeen Center, the renovated university and Mosley Halls. This past year, we opened the Maurer Center and the new home to the Schmidhorst College of Business. And this spring, our women's and men's soccer teams, women's volleyball team, and women's basketball team all won the MAC. Some say BGSU's women's soccer team has a new definition for a hat trick. Not 3 goals, but 3 MAC championships in a row. Pretty exciting. Now, all of this is to ensure, though, that we have a strong learning community, a place where you can belong. That you're sitting here today illustrates that you've thrived at Bowling Green. You have found purpose, followed your passion, and stood out. You have embraced the unique BG learning experience, developing leadership skills throughout your journey. And as a Falcon, you have learned to think beyond the discovery made by others and have empowered your imagination to shape your future, new levels of excellence. You have the knowledge and tools to always find the way forward. So now, in recognition of your accomplishments, I'm going to ask a number of students to stand and be recognized. Many of you have grown through experiential learning and co-curricular involvement. These types of experiences have prepared you to stand out. If you have studied abroad, participated in a learning community, completed an internship co-op, got involved in service learning, or conducted undergrad research any time in your years at Bowling Green, would you please stand and be recognized? Yeah. Great, thank you. And if you have taken the opportunity that has provided you with leadership education, including student organizations, academic honoraries, advisory boards, athletics, residence education, student government, teaching and research assistantships, would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. And finally, I would like to recognize the heroic service of our United States veterans and active members of the armed services who are graduating today. Would you please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service. Earning your degree today places you in a very select group of people. Less than 7% of the world's population has a bachelor's degree or higher. You have earned it. But with your degree comes an immense responsibility. You see, not only have you invested in your education, not only has your friends or family invested in your education, but by attending a public university, the citizens and residents of the state of Ohio and the nation have invested in you. And so in closing, before I invite Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic and Student Affairs, Dr. Joe Whitehead, to the podium to share remarks and to make a recommendation for candidates for degree, I want to speak directly to our graduates. So please allow me just to share just a little advice. So first, don't forget to be kind. The world needs more kindness. Be kind and continue to work hard. Be curious before you judge. Ask questions. Be curious before you judge a situation or judge others. Be curious. But don't be afraid to tackle messy challenges. Collaborate with and learn from diverse peers. Take calculated risks. Be willing to take risks. But most importantly, don't forget to have fun, of course. But never, ever stop learning. If you do these things, you will absolutely do well in life, but you will also do good. Congratulations, graduates.
As Provost and Chief Academic Officer of Bowling Green State University, I have the honor to recommend our graduates for their degrees. However, before I do that, I recognize that this is a momentous occasion. Think of your journey from admission to BGSU to the last final exam or project. As a student, you've experienced and witnessed so much during your time here. Whether you have been here for 4 years, 2 years, or studied completely online, we thought it would be fitting to share some highlights with you. You're waiting for the video.
Congratulations, BGSU graduates. It's been a great 4 years with so many moments to remember. Since we welcomed you at Freshman Convocation, you and the university have soared. You were the first to learn in the Cooleen Center. We renewed our commitment to old traditions. Finished building on a new one. Said goodbye to an old one. And you found a place where you will always belong. We displayed our pride with a new campus landmark. You danced, biked, and shaved for charity. Nearly a dozen new Falcons joined the family, and new business ideas were hatched. There were MAC championships, big seasons, big wins. A return to national prominence and national championships. We eclipsed our peers in national rankings. and the sun followed suit. There were some long winters, but we had fun. We served to remember Dr. King's legacy, honored Bob and Ellen Thompson, BGSU's most generous philanthropists, celebrated a gift that will transform our future, and raised a record amount of support for our next chapter. We formed new, innovative partnerships and programs to help meet workforce needs. And our research served the public good, working to address the critical issues facing the world. Our frontline Falcons became our healthcare heroes. We welcomed new friends and had to say goodbye to old ones too soon. But we stayed in touch and kept on teaching and learning, and did our part to keep our campuses open and move our university forward. Most importantly, we are sending our BGSU graduates soaring to serve the world and lead meaningful and productive lives. Congratulations.
It is now time for the recommendation of candidates for degrees. I call upon Interim Dean of the Graduate College, Alexander Goberman, to present the doctoral and master's candidates. He will help each candidate's professor or advisor to bestow doctoral hoods upon the candidates for the Doctor of Education, Doctor of Philosophy, and Doctor of Musical Art degrees.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead, President Rogers, and the members of the Board of Trustees. On behalf of the faculty of the Graduate College, I am pleased and honored to present the doctoral candidates and to recommend them for degrees. Each candidate will be escorted by a faculty mentor or advisor and will be invested with a hood that is symbolic of the highest of academic degrees.
Brian Austin. Brian's hooded by Dr. Patrick Pauken. Teresa Castellaneta, also hooded by Dr. Patrick Pauken. Emma Muema, hooded by Dr. Patrick Pauken. David Thorne, hooded by Dr. Patrick Pauken. David Seeger, hooded by Dr. Patrick Pauken. Jonathan Brownlee, hooded by Dr. Sue Carter Wood. Darlene Johnston, hooded by Dr. Sue Carter Wood. Bailey Lang, hooded by Dr. Sue Carter Wood. Brandy Boney, hooded by Dr. Lee Nicholson. Renee Ann Druin, hooded by Dr. Lee Nicholson. Lena Ziegler, hooded by Dr. Lee Nicholson. Brian Urias, hooded by Dr. Neil Baird. Justin Zamansky, hooded by Dr. Paul Johnson. Daniel Lee, hooded by Dr. Paul Johnson. Brittany Lee, hooded by Dr. Rachel Vanetta. Andrew Alt, hooded by Dr. Christina Lavinia. Ruth Joy Babel Smith, hooded by Dr. Judy Jackson May. Treva Jeffries, hooded by Dr. Judy Jackson May. Caitlin McKindles, hooded by Dr. George Bullerjohn. Audrey Moran, hooded by Dr. Shannon Pellini. Jachana Gautam, hooded by Dr. Vipa Funtumart. Lauren Dial, hooded by Dr. Dara Musher Eisenman. Maren Froming, hooded by Dr. Eric Dubow. Britton Ruart, hooded by Dr. Angie Algren. Christopher Murphy, hooded by Dr. John Sampin. Stephanie Titus, hooded by Dr. Nora Engbretson. Garrett Crone, hooded by Dr. Andrew Pelletier. Colin Manning, hooded by Dr. Kevin Valier. Scott Simmons, hooded by Dr. Kevin Valier. Cody Clemens, hooded by Dr. Sandra Faulkner. Kimberly Kuiper, hooded by Dr. Sandra Faulkner. Tarishi Verma, hooded by Dr. Radhika Gajala. Sapna Ahuja, hooded by Dr. Jayaraman Sivaguru. William Avila, hooded by Dr. Andrew Shockett. Binsi Abdul Samad, also hooded by Dr. Andrew Shockett. And this concludes the recognition of the doctoral degree candidates.
President Rogers and the members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of the Graduate College and the academic degree granting colleges, I am pleased and honored to present the master's candidates and to recommend them for degrees.
Michelle Renee Bellman. Chad Cornell Merrill. Emma Marie Lynn. Cheyenne Renee White. Judith Clemens Smucker. Taylor Dawn Stagner. Carrie Oliva Coy. Abigail May Severino. Christine Jo Moore. Karen Ray Burris. Anthony Joseph Bolton. Melody Elizabeth Freeland. Emily Rose Studnards. Erica Kofojan. Jennifer Brittany Comella. Kelly A. Bullion. Angela Marisi Schmucker. Shayna Ann Marie Duke. Tanisha Marie Jackson Long. Karen L. Walker. Jennifer Suzanne Holzer. Kasana Ravon Burgess. Sherry Kellogg Thomas. Cade Marshall Ratliff. Montague Singh Bhatia. Amber Snyder Cunningham. Alexandria Victoria Thompson. Summer Lee McVicker. As an undergrad, also had cum laude and university honors. William Boney. Katie Marie Thompson. Debbie Marie Freeworth. Ann L. Pantenberg. Chelsea Lynn Red Fox. Caitlin Bainter. Kelly Elizabeth Stalika. Erica Ross Williams. Maura J. Van Staden. Chad Stephen Gilligan. Lady Vanessa Badillo Murillo. Michael G. Odo. Daniel Earl Fondriest. Ryan Joseph Bingman. Ferris Youssef Salwaha. Carolyn Stiles. Robert Huber. Dimitar Trempavensky. Kristen Lee Kenfield. Mackenzie Ann Chamberlain. Rebecca O'Shawn. Michaela Royanne Bauer. Shelley Lynn Hooper. Heather L. Beltz. Lauren Taylor Doso, summa cum laude. Julia Cayenne Thatcher. Lindsay Ann Roush. Adrian Nicole Ansel. Hunter Chance Lewis Bowers. Lee Rose Fishman. Lee was a former graduate student member of the Board of Trustees. Dominic Gattosi. Emily Josephine Clark. Zoe Claire Shaoxi Kuhn. Delaney Rose Kaiser. Janelle Marie Kuhlman. Megan K. Vine. Haley Carol Ann Allore. Alyssa Marie Hopkins. Riley Victoria Trozak. Bridget May Bucaro. Teresa Adams. Rebecca Lynn Ebert. Marissa Lynn Marion. Carissa K. Cloud. Garrett John Hollebeck. Erin Lynn Kanyak. Zoe M. Lehrer. Catherine Marie Barrent. Michelle Marie Colley. Brooke Renee Ring. Kaylee Victoria Ross. Anne Elizabeth McBride. Emily M. Teeters. Micaiah Noel Tillman. Jessica Lynn Ricker. Jasmine June Fullenwider. Angela Macera. Stephanie Jakowski. Claudia Rose Chavez. Ann Nicole Rockwell. Monica Renee Sharp. Luke Christopher Curl. Madison Renee Scopelight. Logan J. Lanson. Elizabeth K. Vogel. Sophie Marie Browning. Corey Michael Brodek. Chris L. Widman. Jesse Gabriel Bonaventura. Mary Claire Miller. Andrew Joseph Moore. Abdullah Abbas Al-Hulaimi. And this concludes the recognition of the master's degree candidates.
Thank you, Dean Goberman. Before I call upon our deans to present our undergraduate degree candidates, I would like to recognize those students who have excelled in academic endeavors and are graduating with academic distinction and honors. This is indeed a great achievement for those graduates and their families. Bowling Green State University congratulates you for your commitment and for your success. And so I recognize the following students. There are 2,132 students receiving degrees with Latin honors this commencement at Bowling Green. To graduate cum laude, a student must achieve a cumulative grade point average of 3.5. With those graduating with the distinction of cum laude, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. To graduate magna cum laude, a student must achieve a grade point average of 3.75. With those graduating with the distinction of magna cum laude, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. And finally, to graduate with the distinction of summa cum laude requires a 3.9 grade point average. With those graduating with the distinction of summa cum laude, please stand and be recognized. Thank you and congratulations. Please be seated. Bowling Green is proud to recognize graduates who complete their entire academic experience with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. These students graduate with the distinction of the President's Award and wear a special medallion in recognition of this honor. With those graduating with the distinction of the President's Award, please stand and be recognized. Thank you and congratulations. In addition, I'm pleased to recognize the outstanding achievement of our students who have been honored through Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, and who are in the Honors College. Phi Beta Kappa and Phi Kappa Phi are each one of the world's leading academic honors societies. Only about 10% of higher education institutions in the world have Phi Beta Kappa and Phi Kappa Phi chapters. Bowling Green State University is proud to be one such institution. Students earning university honors today have completed designated coursework and an honors project, which includes independent research. These students must maintain a 3.5 grade point average or higher in all of their coursework. They are wearing the honors medallion, a symbol of their academic success. Would our Phi Beta Kappa, Phi Kappa Phi, and university honors candidates please stand and be recognized. Congratulations, thank you. I now call upon the Interim Dean, Dale Klopfer, to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees for the College of Arts and Sciences.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead. President Rogers, members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Tessa M. Alloy. John Paul Campbell. Robert C. Fry. Brandon Neal Weinbrenner. Julius Vichinsky. Sarah Catherine Honeck, summa cum laude, University Honors. Lucas Roy Moore. Morgan Elizabeth Madigan. Emily Marie Korlewski. Jason Michael Miki, summa cum laude, University Honors. Arabella Maria McDonald, cum laude. Alexis Lene Young. Victoria Hope Patrick. Alexis Nicole Ewing, magna cum laude. Sarah Caitlin Schimler. Alexander J. Heat. Jason Alexander Graber. Megan Nicole Geyer, cum laude, University Honors. Caitlin Rose DeZeus. Lorenzo Zamora, cum laude. Makai Amaya Rufin, magna cum laude. Caitlin Marie King, magna cum laude. Catherine Marie Weller. Jacob Allen Mole. McKinley Jade Harlett. Eric Michael Noss, Jr., summa cum laude, University Honors. Jared Samuel Freeman, magna cum laude. Michael Patrick Lawrence Carter. Joanna Victoria Stefansson. Brianna Curtis. Heather Jo Gruden, summa cum laude, University Honors. Molly Frances Pakowski. William Neal McLean, cum laude. Jameson Harold Turbrick. Rafael Antonio Renteria. Charisse Marie Culver. Robert Charles Lintz, summa cum laude, University Honors. Cody Lee Johnston. Derek Franklin Kagi, cum laude. Ryan Christian Eckhart, cum laude. Lucas Conrad Laboon. Connor Michael Ryan. Anthony Michael Lario. Benjamin Joseph Spizak, magna cum laude. Kayla Nicole Gay, magna cum laude, University Honors. Mary Rose Wyres, magna cum laude. Dylan Fitzgerald Johnson. Hannah Elizabeth Thomason. Annie Hagstrom, cum laude. Kiera A. Phillips. Griffin Spillman. Thomas Maxwell Cummins. Sophia Vanetta Cook, cum laude. Richard Harrison Carter, magna cum laude. Wesley Allen Mulligan. And this concludes the recognition of the bachelor degree candidates from the College of Arts and Sciences.
Thank you, Dean Klopfer. I now call upon Dean Raymond Braun to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the Alan W. and Carol M. Smithhorst College of Business.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead, President Rogers, and members of the Board of Trustees. On behalf of the faculty of the Alan W. and Carol M. Smithhorst College of Business, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Paige Lois Jean Thomas. Davinderpal Singh Takar. Cody Douglas Riemann. Caroline Faith Bondi. Deborah Ann Burge. Taylor Thomas Hipp. Antonio Thomas Atwater. Valerie Marie Eyring. Shayna Vadisov, cum laude. Jarrett Joseph Reddick. John Arden Burrell. Colton R. Stevens, cum laude. Julia M. Stash. Molly Jo Dresser, summa cum laude. Nathan William Puri. Kathleen Marie Teegenkamp. Andrew Michael Voll, cum laude. Colin Michael Seitz, cum laude. Mackenzie Ann Varner, summa cum laude. Robert Stephen Roser. Elena Page Carlson. Stuart Thomas Smith. Seth Christopher King. Heather Ann Heitkamp. Sarah Agnes Riplow. Brent F. Medvec. Stacy Jean Richling. Nathan Thomas Schwederman. summa cum laude. Caitlin E. Lubke, cum laude. Jillian Elizabeth Armstrong. Cameron Rufus. Janae Jordan Johnson, summa cum laude. Grace Lauren Blandon, cum laude. Annalisa Marie Kloss. Blake Michael Anderson. Preston James Mormon, cum laude. Clayton Thomas Glass. Justin Alexander Alsop. Timothy J. Morrison. Thomas Edward Doso. Stormy Sky Cheney, summa cum laude. Joshua Pierce Becker. And this concludes the recognition of the bachelor degree candidates from the Alan W. and Carol M. Schmidhorst College of Business.
Thank you, Dean Braun. I now call upon Dean Don Chenu to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Education and Human Development.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead, President Rogers, and members of the Board of Trustees. On behalf of the faculty of the College of Education and Human Development, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Madison Nicole Shear. Sarah Faye Brown. Michaela Rayanne Brenda Mendoza. Michaela Renee Thompson, summa cum laude. Jessica Christine Geiser, summa cum laude. Kirsten Michelle Davis. Spencer Terry Payton, summa cum laude. Jerry Deshawn Roberts. Samuel Barr Duress, cum laude. Mackenzie Reed Garner, magna cum laude. Marie Alexandria Ochoa, cum laude. Deja Camille Peterson. Joseph Tyler Donovan. Georgia May Bretz, cum laude. Carissa Rose Miller, summa cum laude. Caitlin Michelle Rudbach. Storm Talia Crook, cum laude. Gail Elizabeth English, magna cum laude. Devin Michael Allen. Alyssa Lynn Duta. Caitlin Lois Kincaid, summa cum laude. Gabriella Jean Nose, summa cum laude. Karina Grace Kreil, summa cum laude. Matthew Lewis Reed Burden, cum laude. Brianna Marie Orzak. Brandon Avery Edward Ferps. Malia Ann Widener, cum laude. Jesse Andrew Ostrike, cum laude. Jessica Renee James, cum laude. Stephanie K. Catrone, summa cum laude, University Honors. Ashlyn Michelle Hudson. Tori Nicole Scopelight, magna cum laude. Stephen Eric Jones. Cole Mason Alexander, summa cum laude, University Honors. Megan Ann Barr, magna cum laude. Madison Grace Palmer. Brandy Lee Radeball, summa cum laude. Jada Brion Kilgore. Brandy Ruth Bailey, magna cum laude. Mallory Reagan Brooks, summa cum laude. Justin Lawrence Sweeney. Rachel Elizabeth Feldman, summa cum laude, University Honors. Macy Ann Kendall. Haley Taylor Timbrook. Kirsten Marie Reimer, summa cum laude. Zachary Allen Chambers. Kyle John Koenig, cum laude. Leanna Kelly Lynn Martinez. Emily Elizabeth Burke, summa cum laude. Jeremy Dennis Spezia. Dylan Joseph Dejanos. Kendra Brianne Gorsica. Hannah Chantel Santorelli. Madison Elizabeth Smith, magna cum laude, University Honors. Heather Ann Emberg, magna cum laude. Emily Ann Stropke, cum laude. Chad Richard Cecil, summa cum laude. Talia Danielle Brown. Michael James D. George Allen Buell. Alexis Rose Truman, magna cum laude. Corey Alexander Baird, magna cum laude. Andrea Lynn Cromley, magna cum laude. Michael Gregory Oliver. And this concludes the recognition of the bachelor degree candidates from the College of Education and Human Development.
Thank you, Dean Chenu. I now call upon Dean James Ciesla to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Health and Human Services.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead, President Rogers, and members of the Board of Trustees. On behalf of the faculty of the College of Health and Human Services, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Rokia Turi Miller, cum laude. Jenna N. Kempf, summa cum laude. Megan Lynn Deeskin. Emily Elizabeth Chauvin. Taylor Renee Huff, cum laude. Sydney Ann Zavoda. Madison Page Swihart, summa cum laude. Ashley Caitlin Kistler, cum laude. Abigail Kathleen Dillon, magna cum laude. Brittany Renee Haas, summa cum laude. Alexis Michelle Davis. Lindsay Marie Smith. Megan Schultz. Elise Nicole Mueller, cum laude. Melina M. Purvis, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Margaret Rogers, cum laude. Haley Summer Haberick. Victoria Piper Manley, cum laude. Molly Elizabeth Bebko, summa cum laude, University Honors. Emma J. Williams. Alyssa D. Cozy, cum laude. Gianna Rose Bosco. Heather Marie Vredenberg, magna cum laude. Gage Byron Terrell. Alicia Nicole Kuba. Jacob Curtis Newberg. Lauren Elizabeth Lacasco, summa cum laude, University Honors. Nikki Tyler Sorgi, summa cum laude. Madison Taylor French, cum laude. And this concludes the recognition of the bachelor degree candidates from the College of Health and Human Services.
Thank you, Dean Ciesla. I now call upon Dean William Mathis to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Musical Arts.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead. President Rogers and members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Musical Arts, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Abraham Forrest Vandale Rose, cum laude. Aaron Kelso Vandale Rose, magna cum laude. Daniel William Perrin. Connor Lee McCoy, magna cum laude. Misty Renee Lovejoy. Gage Benjamin Haney. Nicole Lenore Gramone, cum laude. Rachel Lillian Dubois, magna cum laude. Philip M. Cox. Catherine Marie Croswell, summa cum laude. And this concludes the recognition of the bachelor degree candidates from the College of Musical Arts.
Thank you, Dean Mathis. I now call upon Dean Jeannie Gallimore to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Technology, Architecture, and Applied Engineering.
President Rogers and members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Technology, Architecture, and Applied Engineering, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Alex Willis Murphy. Tanner Scott Tatro. Naveen Kumar. Michael Ross Schultz, magna cum laude. Brian Edward Justice. Bailey Christine Null, cum laude. Austin W. Wisman. Stephen Claude Slack. Afi Akubalon, cum laude. Shakir Omatayo Blackett, cum laude. Maurice Sigiona Adika. Maxwell Todd Brown, cum laude. David James Holinak. Michael Justin Dangler, cum laude. Kendall Andrew Iman. Tanner Patrick Mikely. Adam Richard Whitaker. Hannah Elizabeth Mead. Catherine Jane Arend. Emma Marie Neese. Hope Abigail Voorhees. Lydia Marie Parrish, cum laude. Kate Louise Henderson, summa cum laude. Ryan James Inbody. Alex Joseph Tremper, magna cum laude. And this concludes the recognition of the bachelor degree candidates from the College of Technology, Architecture, and Applied Engineering.
Thank you, Dean Gallimore. I now call upon Dean Andy Kurtz to present the candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees from Fryerlands College.
Thank you, Provost Whitehead. President Rogers and members of the Board of Trustees, on behalf of the faculty of the Fryerlands College, I am pleased and honored to present these candidates and recommend them for degrees.
Cassandra Lynn Garcia. Skylar P. Reichland. Julia Deanne Nickel. And this concludes the recognition of the bachelor and associate degree candidates from Fryerlands College.
Thank you, Dean Kurtz. Will all of the degree candidates please rise? Chair Montgomery, it is my privilege to present these candidates to you on behalf of their faculty, advisors, and deans. I hereby recommend that degrees be conferred upon them as indicated in the official program.
Thank you very much, Provost Whitehead. On the recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me as chair of the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon each of you the appropriate degree as listed in the official program with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Doctoral and master's degree candidates, congratulations. Baccalaureate and associate degree graduates, this is the appropriate moment for the symbolic change of the tassel from right to left. Congratulations to you all, and thank you, parents. To our newest alumni, let me be the first to welcome you to one of our most valuable perks, a supportive network of more than 195,000 alumni around the globe. I hope all of you have had the type of experience that will empower you to tell the Bowling Green story as you begin your next journey. Welcome to the Alumni Association of Bowling Green State University. And now, as alumni of Bowling Green State University, I ask you to join me in the singing of the alma mater. It is my pleasure to introduce you to the men's chorus of this performance.
So thank you. Graduates, today is your day, the pinnacle of your academic journey of Bowling Green State University. You have taken action. You are clearly prepared to go out and do amazing things in the next phase of your journey, perhaps more so than any other past graduates because of all that you have overcome. You've adapted, you persevered, you've overcome all types of obstacles to earn this degree. You've been tested and found a way forward and are absolutely ready for whatever is next. Now, not one of us has gotten to where we are without the support of others. And for our graduates, a lot of people have helped you to get where you are today during this time. And so in the spirit of our 1987 commencement speaker, who spoke at this exact spot, Mr. Fred Rogers, he actually was here in this stadium in 1987. And in 1987, he asked the audience to take 10 seconds, that's all, to think about the people who helped you get where you are today, who supported you, who were in your corner. 10 seconds. I'm going to watch the time. Thank you. The people that you had just thought about made a difference in your life, and I am sure many of them are here today, and so it is my pleasure to honor them. So would the parents, spouses, partners, children, grandparents, family members, friends, or anyone else who helped support these graduates, would you still stand and be recognized? Graduates, thank them, please. All right, please be seated. So finally, as we close our 300th commencement ceremony at Bowling Green State University, please remember that Bowling Green will always be one of your homes, and you will forever be welcome here as a part of the Falcon family. And I ask you to stay engaged with both your classmates and the university that you have enriched, a university that is far better because you chose to be here. I'm reminded of a quote of Bowling Green's fourth president, Dr. Ralph McDonald, that is inscribed on the stonework of the Bowen-Thompson Student Union. We are linked to this institution by invisible bonds that do not wither or dissolve. You see, your success is our success, and our success is your success. We are forever linked by this invisible bond. And as I look out to this newest alumni, I see absolutely the next generation of leaders, risk takers, visionaries, and big dreamers. You are graduates of a public university ready to create public good by making a difference in your career, in your family, in your alma mater, in your community, in the nation, in the world. That is what you do. That is who we are. You are entering a new chapter in your life, and this next chapter is yours to write. Each of us must own that legacy to which we belong. I cannot wait to see what you accomplish next. It will be nothing less than extraordinary. I Ziggy Zumba.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there?
Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere?
Have you ever felt like you could disappear?
Like you could fall and no one would hear. So let that lonely feeling wash away. 'Cause maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand,
You can reach out your hand.
and oh, someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, and when you're broken